guys, welcome back to My Bookish World. I'm Alex and today I'm here to do my 5-star predictions for 2019. So by the time this video goes up, I think at least one of these books I will have already read because it is going to be my first book that I will be reading in the new year. So yeah, let's get into it. I did get this inspiration for this video from Books and Lala as well as Mackenzie Lane. So I will link their videos below because they are amazing. Go check them out. Yes. So the first book that I have on here is Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nagan. I'm bad at names. But everyone and everything on BookTube has been reading this book and loving it. And I've heard so many wonderful things about it that it just makes me that much more excited to read it. Like I said, this is going to be my first book in the year of the new year. So I'm very excited to get to it. I hope it lives up to my expectations and I'm so very excited. The next book that I have to talk about is actually one that has not even come out yet, but I know based on the author and the first book by this author that I've read that I'm going to love it, and that is On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. This is the second book by Angie Thomas. It's not a sequel to The Hate U Give, but it is like, it takes place in the same neighborhood, I think, and it follows different characters, but I'm so excited to read it. I love Angie Thomas, I love her writing, so yeah, I'm very, very excited. The next book that I have on this list is Renegades by Marissa Meyer. I am so excited to read this because, for one, Emma Books love it, and a few of my bookish friends that have read it have absolutely loved it, and I just think it's going to be so interesting. Plus, I am really into superheroes. Maddie. Okay. I am really into superheroes right now. Get out of my makeup. So I'm just very excited to read it. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. There are so many books that I've been wanting to read lately, and I'm just so pumped to read them all this year. The next book that I have on this list, I don't know what this clapping is. The next book that I have on this list is Heretics Anonymous by Katie Henry. Again, I have heard so many wonderful things about this book from Emma Books, Lacey D. Bell, and a few other authors, I think, or authors, booktubers, that I've just found this book absolutely and utterly hilarious and wonderful. And I know it explores religion a lot too, which is something that I've really been into recently. So yeah, I'm very, very excited to get to this. I just hope it's going to be amazing. The next book that I have on this list, I also do not have and do not own right at this moment, and that is The Archived by, I think Victoria Schwab is the one that she goes by. I'm not really sure what this one is about. I think it has to do with ghosts, which makes me pretty excited. But I just love V. Schwab and Victoria Schwab, whatever. I love her books that I've read so far, so I'm just very excited to get into this one. And this is one of her earlier works, and I know it is I think it is YA. Don't quote me on that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's YA. So that just makes me even more excited to get to it. The next book I have on this list is something that I'm also going to be reading in October, and that is The Dark Days Club by Alison Goodman. This is the first book in a series, I think, and I've heard wonderful things about this book. Sorry, I thought somebody was home and I was like, that's really awkward because I'm really loud. Especially Allie from Hardback Hoarder raves about this series, and I think the last book just recently came out. So I'm very excited. I've heard that these are spooky, and honestly, these are pretty thick. They're thicker than I was expecting, and the end papers are gorgeous. And like, there's like little illustrations at the top. And I'm just very excited because it sounds like a very good October read. And I'm hoping I will give this 5 stars. The next book that I have on here, I also do not have with me, but that is Vengeful by V.E. Schwab. This is the second book in the Villain series. And I read Vicious earlier this year. Hi, Sades. And I adored it. I gave it 5 stars. So that's really why I think that I'll give Vengeful 5 stars. I tried to read it earlier this year, Vengeful, and I, for whatever reason, just was not in the mood for it. And it is a pretty big book, and it does take some getting into, and I think that's just why I wasn't why I wasn't able to get into it. But like I said, I hope this year I'll be able to get into it and actually take my time with it, and I'm very excited. Take the ball, you dummy. The next book I again do not have with me because I have not bought it yet. I guess I probably should have gotten the first book, but that is Wondersmith. I don't remember what the other title is, but this is the second book in the Trials of Morrigan Crow series, the first book being Nevermore, and I loved the first book. I think I actually only ended up giving it 4 out of 5 stars, but I did really enjoy it, and I think that the second book is probably going to be even better. And I'm very excited for all the magical, whimsical feelings. The last book that I have on this list is, again, one that I'm really just basing it off of what I've heard, and that is The Diviners by Libba Bray. I think I'm going to love this book, because I've heard so many wonderful things about it. Everybody absolutely raves about it. I'm really into the whole idea of 1920s supernatural setting. And yeah, I just think it's going to be so interesting. So, yeah. That's all I have for this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Check out Books and Lala's video as well as Mackenzie Lane's down below. Follow all my social media down below. That's Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!